This is bonkers. I still can't believe it. You know, this was announced like what, Tuesday or so, and I gave it some time. I gave it some thought. I just wanted to, sit down, think about it, hear everyone else's opinion about it that I know, and those I don't know, all over the web and those I see on my daily life. Ever since after 76, or some say Fallout 4, we've always wanted Obsidian to do one more Fallout game. One more. We've always wanted that. And it's to the point to this day, we have been annoying people about it. Even people like, oh my gosh, New Vegas fans always want Obsidian to do this, do that. And it never happened. They did Outer Worlds, which felt like it was the closest thing we're ever going to get to an Obsidian Fallout game, but it's not. It just have that essence that we always wanted. And then time has passed. We've been hearing reports. It turns out Obsidian themselves even came to Bethesda time and time again asking to make a new Fallout game. Even an Elder Scrolls game. It don't have to be mainline. It could just been just a spin-off, another spin-off, a side content while they're working on something else. And that would have been a good idea. And they always got turned down. They've always got turned down and stuff. And because of that, and the reason why they did that, my theory, is because Todd wanted people to be focused on Starfield in 76. He knew if they made a new Fallout game now, or even back then, while 76 was still out of the water, people would rather be playing that Fallout game than Fallout 76. And that is true. Why? It's because it's a new Fallout game. If U76 is online, go on your online with your friends and build stuff and level up and do other new content and do your daily quest. But that's it. That's literally it. With a new Fallout game, they knew that people would replay it tons of times, do all kinds of crazy things, tons of mods, meaning new mod stories, new mod maps and locations, characters, all of that stuff. And plus, that means people would have time to completely just play it years on end. People are still playing Fallout New Vegas to this day. Not just because they're replaying the same old vanilla game, but also because they're playing tons of mods on it. Loads of mods. And there's mods even made out to this day. Same with Fallout 4. So they knew we can't let it have a New Vegas to come out, or even another Fallout spinoff. They wanted people to spend money on 76. And then Starfield came out. And I wanted Starfield to succeed when it first came out. I'm like, okay, a new Bethesda game, yeah. I was hoping Skyrim in space. That's what I want, Skyrim in space. But we didn't get it. We didn't get Skyrim in space. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't Skyrim in space. You know what I mean by Skyrim in space is that you would have other alien species, not just alien creatures, but alien species like you do in Skyrim or Oblivion and Morrowind. You have the Khajiit, you have the orcs, you have the elves and stuff, and you even have like other kinds of species and stuff like that, or even robotic like AI personalities walking around, talking to people who are robots with their own type of digital universal class, something like that. Something like Mass Effect, but that's a Skyrim or something like that. That's what I want, but we didn't get that. So people were massively disappointed with that. Very disappointed. So we've been begging, wanting for a new Vegas. And we thought it would never happen. Not even a new Vegas, just a Fallout made by Obsidian one more time. We wanted Obsidian to have time to work on a Fallout game. Last time it was 18 months. And they did something amazing, which is 18 months. So we thought, what if they were given the time and budget to make the Fallout game the way they want it to? the exact way we want it to. More time, more money, but give them more creativity. Imagine that. That would be wonderful. We could have gotten that, but we did. But who would have thought here in 2026, all it took was someone from truly an outside force to cause this to happen. Things been happening in the gaming industry that's not been very good. A lot of failures, bankruptcies, layoffs, things being cut. It has not been good. Shutdowns. And because of that, people are desperate. They're desperate to hold on to these brands to ensure they continue to survive and go throughout the test of time. So this new CEO, Asha Sharman, has been doing a full clean sweep all over the place, admitting that there's a problem with Xbox and things to be fixed. They're having a Disney effect. Remember in the past where Disney was buying up all these companies and franchises and IPs, but they weren't really doing not much with none of them, and when they were doing something, it wasn't very good. They bit off too much, more than they could chew. And because of that, things went sour. And we still see the effects to this day. So I'm guessing the CEO, Asha Sharma, and other people saw this and like, okay, we're doing too much. It's too much. So we have to cut this down. And when they cut this down, meaning they did layoffs, they're reconfiguring, they're saying play old game brands and franchises to other places. I mean, like the studios, they're moving them around, not completely shutting them down. Some are shut down, but some are moved around. And people who are veterans. Now, for veterans, that's what they do all over the place in every industry. They always release the veterans. And because they don't want to keep paying them the same wage, that's why. You know, like, yeah, this guy's good, but for company markets, he's too much to keep paying, so we gotta cut him loose. That's what happens. The reason why they cut off the veterans. Not because they suck at their job, but it's because they been there too long and their pay is too high and stable. They can't have that. I'm sorry. That's just how it is with these people. Now, that being said, we've been finally given a miracle. A miracle. I am taking my time with this. I don't care how long this video is going to be. I am taking my time with this because this is something that we've been wanting. We've been talking about for years. And it's finally happening. So that's why I'm taking my sweet and precious time. It's just talking about every little thing, thought process that went through my mind throughout the days when I was thinking about this. And I was thinking about this even to this day, even at work, even when I'm at lunch. I'm playing another video game. I'm watching something on YouTube or watching some anime or reading a book. It's been on my mind because I still can't believe it's happening. We thought this would never happen, but you never say never. You should never say never. You'll never know. Like Sora coming to Smash, you know? Who thought Sora would come to Smash Brothers? That's nuts, right? But anyways, they were working on Avowed 2. I never played Avowed. It's like my kind of thing. But they were working on Avowed 2. And it got canceled. It got canceled or they're going to delay it and probably have to push it back. They say, some are saying they can't cancel it because it's so far into production. That when I went to conventions, I talked to people who worked on video games that I love working on. Well, that they love working on. They said that you won't believe how many times they will cancel a game when it's so close to be completed. Same thing with TV shows and movies. They'll do it immediately for a tax write-off. You'll be surprised. I don't care how close that game is done. It don't matter to them. That's a new tax write-off for them, baby. Gotta get that money. So that's just how it is. So they told them the council Avowed to work on a new Fallout game. It's not going to be a mainline Fallout game. It's going to be a new game like New Vegas. Now, look, people keep saying, oh, you guys want New Vegas too. It's like, no, you guys don't get it. That's just the project title. See, when you're working on a project title is when you have an idea for something, but you don't give it an official name. You just give it a placeholder name because you don't know what the main thing is going to be. You just give it a placeholder name. That's all it is. You do it there so you remember what it is, and you always go back to it just in case. That's a placeholder name. We just call it New Vegas 2 because we just want Odsidian to make a new Fallout game. We know it's not going to be about New Vegas again. That's just stupid. When has Fallout been like that? Yeah, in Fallout 2, you did revisit some of the places in, Fallout 1, but it wasn't exactly like Fallout 1. It had new places to go to, new things to do. It wasn't mainly focused on the old places. That's what we're thinking about with New Vegas. We're calling it New Vegas 2, just call it New Vegas 2. So we know it's going to be New Vegas 2. We don't know what the project's going to be. But I just know that Josh Sawyer has been saying that they've been working on things. And people said, well, are the old cast still there? Yes, there's some new old people still there. There's also a lot of new people. But people are skeptical because some people didn't like Outer Wars 2 or didn't like Avowed and stuff like that. So they were like, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we don't get exactly what we want. So, but we got Josh Sawyer. We even got Tim Kaine. Odsidian got Tim Kaine, people. Tim Kaine hasn't worked on Fallout since Fallout 1. And he's been talking about it. People have been talking about it. People went on the right back on. This is a freaking fairy tale here, people. This is a video game fairy tale. It really is. And why? Because you got something that you couldn't imagine. Even if we did get a new Fallout game from Odsidian, the fact that we got Tim Kaine in Microsoft and they can work on that Fallout game is nuts. Remember, Tim Kaine, when I've been hearing his interviews, he'd been wanting Fallout to go into a way different direction from where it went to. He was okay with Fallout even going into different countries and stuff like that. And people thought that was insane, but look at Fallout London. That was amazing. Fallout London was freaking awesome. And that was completely different. And proven you can do it. It is possible. So that being said, we have an almost dream team. Now, people want Chris Avalon to come back as well, if it's ever possible. And then they'll have more reassurance that things will be okay. But it wasn't just Chris Avalon that made up one game, but he is the main one that people want on it. Having Tim, Chris, and Josh all on the one game is going to be nuts. Now, the question is can Tim and Chris's egos fit in one room? Believe it or not, these two are completely opposite of each other. And I don't think they match well anymore as they can't get along. Because they haven't worked on a Fallout game together since Fallout 1. And Chris Avalon took over Fallout 2 and stuff when Tim Kaine left because he didn't like the creative differences. He wanted to do something else. So that is nuts. By the way, that is nuts. If them having to get them together, yes, but they have to find a way to get along, to break the bread and build the bridge. So a lot they got to work on that. Now next is where will the Fallout game be at? Where will it be at? It's where I would like it to be at. People are saying Chicago, some are saying New Orleans, and these are great areas. Me, I want New Mexico. I want New Mexico. So imagine after Fallout Season 3 ends, they'll probably be finally done in New Vegas, and the game comes out after that. And you have Fallout New Mexico, which is still in that west area. And you hear some things about what happened after Fallout Season 3, or what happens before Fallout Season 3 as well, to the total of the Mojave, the effects that led to across that section of the United States, of the wasteland. See? Then you do the New Mexico stuff, And I really wanted it because a while back, before 2024, there were some people who were working on a Fallout New Mexico back then. However, it got canceled. All that work, man. It was hype, man. I saw the first trailer, the narration, the settings, the characters, the gameplay. It looked beautiful. I was ready for Fallout New Mexico, man. But it got canceled. And I believe we will never see it again. But if they do Fallout New Mexico, it will be wonders, man. Like, we already have Fallout Miami people worked on. So working on Fallout New Mexico will be awesome. Now, what it'll be about, I don't know. Who can say? But all I know is that it's going to be amazing. Now, when will this come out? People say, well, yeah, but it'll still take time for it to come out. Well, true, but I don't think it will take time as long as Bethesda does. Because Bethesda still going to make Fallout 5, but that's not going to be a ways off because we still got to wait for Elder Scrolls 6. So as we are waiting, and they don't want to see just people sitting on 76, so you get another season of Fallout, the TV show, and you got what? More updates for 76 or more merch to buy on the Bethesda store. You know, the more of the merch that they want us all to consume all the time. You know, like this Pip-Boy and stuff. That's what they want from us, to consume the merch. And I don't mind consuming some of the merch. The merch is good. The merch is nice. You know, I don't mind. It's just that we really want a new game, but they want people to keep going to 76. Understandable. But I don't want to keep going to 76. I want something more. Whew, man. It's just nuts, you know. It's just, I know the video is long, but I want it to be long because there's so much I wanted to talk about. But I think I'm satisfied now. I think I got everything off my chest, you know. I talked about the people who are going to be on it, why is this happening, and then I talked about where I would like my Fallout game. Now, the only question is when can it come out? When can you predict it to come out? I'm saying 3 years. Odsidian can make games fast. And since this is going to be a spin-off Fallout game and not a mainline one, I'm guessing it's going to be shorter than the rest of them. How will it be made? Some say it could be made like Outer Worlds, or some will say it'll be made but with the Fallout 4 engine in a way. I'm hoping the 76 one more because, to be honest with you, the gameplay in 76 is way better in Fallout 4. I'm going to be straight honest with you. And 76 is a lot easier to manage your items, your quest, the map, and even VATS is pretty interesting. Nothing is slow motion, but the VATS is pretty cool. Especially when you have high perspective like my character. It is great. That being said, I am ready. 3 years down the road, that's what I'm going to give it. I'm giving it 3 years. 3 or 4 years. If they can do it in 18 months, now I believe they can do it in 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years, people. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they'll do. I just can't wait. Will it suck? It'll probably be our expectations. Because we hold New Vegas in high regard because it came out of nowhere. But with this, the news came out of nowhere, but we've been expecting it. We have high expectations. So the hype probably will be bigger than the game. But I think the game will be all right. It won't be a total mess, but it'll be all right. And that's all I want right now. I'm getting old. I don't want to be playing a new Fallout game in my 40s, people. I can't do it. I can't do it. I will have no energy, man. I'll be too busy. I can't do it. It had to come out, man. It had to come out before I'm 40, man. It's nuts. It's too much. But anyways, I think I'm satisfied now. I said all I need to say, and that's all I said. So, what do you guys feel? What do you guys think? What's going through your minds right now? Me, it's just like, I just still can't believe it. Someone, wake me up. Oh, man, I am excited. And I'm glad you guys are too. It sucks what it had to take to get here. Because after all the stuff we heard throughout the years, but turns out Bethesda, Todd didn't like New Vegas and scolded them for it, despite it being popular and all that stuff. So we were right about that. But anyways, I'm going to let this video end. It's already been 20 minutes. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox. I'm Anime. Signing out.